sure I'll be better when I get done with Tai Chi.
Good morning, everybody. And the other side. And reverse. Shoe circles. And reverse. And pink circles. And reverse. And reverse. And reverse. Okay, you can put away your sticks. Head turns. And center. And right ear up. And relax. And left ear up. And relax. And right ear again. And relax. And left ear again. And relax back to center. Cross the hands on the chest. Raise the chin. And relax. Drop the chin to the chest. Tuck it in and raise the back of the neck. And relax. Cross the hands on the chest again. Raise the chin. And relax. Drop the chin to the chest. Tuck it in and raise the back of the neck. And relax back to center. Head rolls. And down to center and reverse. And down to center and back up. Forward spinal waves. And reverse. And good. The Qua. And reverse. And good. Belly rolls. And reverse. And oh, the windmill. I was thinking about other things. And good. And squats, starting on the left leg. And then the right leg. And the left leg again. And the right leg again. And prayer position. Okay, hands on the knees, up slowly. Keep your head down a moment. shoulders. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And alternates. And reverse. And double. And reverse. And good. And kicks. And shake it out. And good. And the wrists. And the other side. And double. And stretches. And the other side. And reverse. And the other side. And relax your wrists. And the ankles. And the other side. And rotate. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And close. And open. Close. And open. Close. And open. Close. And open. Doling. I could shimmy like my sister Kate. And touch the earth. And close your pores. Salute our masters and salute your classmates. Thank you, everyone. If you're going to stay for advanced Qigong, give me 10 minutes. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Ciao.
Did you read Lori's?
What, honey?
Did you read Lori's email?
No, I haven't read it yet.
She wrote a really, she could tell she wrote a really long email telling us exactly what's going on.
Okay, well, is it bad?
It's just reality.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll read it once class is over.
It's okay, but she was explaining.
Yeah, okay. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Genevieve. Well, both Jack and Jill sent me a note. They can't make it today, so it's just the three of us. I think what we should do maybe is take a few minutes to go over the head massage that we do. We've been over it a couple times before, but just to say we've completed this routine, and then maybe one of you can can lead the other and just do a Gong, just do a relaxation exercise. I think Jill may not be back until we begin classes next week on Tuesday. Jack's going to be back tomorrow, I think. I think that's what he said. So we'll switch back into the HUNYUAN Qigong tomorrow. All right. But let's do a few minutes on the head massage. So these routines, like the head massage, are medicinal. Back in old China, they didn't have medicines. They didn't have things to clear your sinuses and things to take care of your colds. So you had to take care of yourself. And northern China, at least, up around Beijing and stuff, is cold. It is cold and windy. It is like Minnesota or someplace in the winters. So the purpose of this is to clear your sinuses and also to evacuate your lymph. I keep calling them lymph glands, and Annie yells at me. They're not glands. Your lymph nodes, right? And the way to do that is to milk them down toward your heart. Right? There's a lot of lymph glands here, under your arms, in your groin. They're all over your body. There are literally hundreds of them. So you just milk them toward your heart. Now, this is not a whole lymph gland routine, but we do a little bit of it, right? So the basic idea with this is to take the knuckles of the thumb, right? So that knuckle there, the top knuckle of the thumb, and use this on the bridge of the nose, right? And massage the bridge of the nose. And then up onto the brows. And different people do this different ways, and you certainly can do it your way. Excuse me. But I go all the way up into the hairline then, and even up onto the top of the scalp, and massage the top of the head, and then way back on the skull. So the temples actually go way back, just behind your ears. So I go all the way back. Usually kind of crack my jaw and work it around a little bit. And then down toward the ear, and then back out. And now I'm on the cheekbones here. So working the cheekbones to the base of the nose, right? So you start here, but you end up here. And depending on how you feel, you can do that lightly. You can do it a little more vigorously. You can take the fingers and work into it, lift the cheekbones, and massage the. There's a big hole here. That's what you breathe through. So sort of massaging around the edges of that. And you can use your knuckles or you could use your fingers. And then down onto the upper lip, right there. And around the lips to the lower lip. I'm doing this kind of fast, but you can do it as slow as you want. And then down here, under the lower lip, down here, there's a series of salivary glands. And so what you're doing is massaging those. If your mouth fills with saliva, that's good. It means they're active. All right. And then out the jawline, and as you go out the jawline, by the time you're about into here, you're going to start into the jaw muscles. And for most people, including me, all right, they're tight. For me, they're tight because inside I'm yelling at Trump all the time, all right? So they get tight. So you massage those, and then as you come up here, you're going to start to feel your lymph glands because they're right under the, at least some of them are right under the jaw and right in here. And when you hit them, again, you'll get a big rush of saliva into the mouth. In China, saliva is called the golden nectar. You don't spit it out, you swallow it. All right? And then you split your fingers, right? Not like, you can do like Mr. Spock if you want, but I split them like this, right? And rub on either side the back of the ears and the front of the ears. And that'll really get the lymph glands too. Or lymph nodes, sorry. Right? And then so you're milking the lymph glands from the ears down the side of the neck and even the top of the chest. There are the nodes there. And I alternate, right? Left hand on top, right hand on top. So you can probably feel, I would say the most important thing about this series, doing this 3 times, is just to loosen everything up and get the circulation flowing. Your blood, your lymph, your chi, everything starting to move and kind of liquefy in there, right? Okay, and then the second one, all right? Now I come up to the center of the forehead here. First one is up high, second one is in the center, third one is right down at the level of the eyebrows. But right now we're on the second one, center of the forehead, so massage the forehead. And out to the temples. Now instead of going back all the way, I just go back halfway. Now, often on this second one, I'll kind of drum on my cheekbones, right? So the cheekbones are here, and I just lightly drum on them. You can drum at the same time, or you can alternate. And then again, the base of the nose, and then around the lips, out the jawline, get the jaw muscles good. All right. Now, again, we're doing this fast. You can do this as slowly and thoroughly as you want. All right. And now on the second one, you don't have to do them in these sequences, but this sequence I use. All right. Now I'm going to pinch my earlobes. All right. Not too hard, but give them a little pinch and a little tug. All right. And then pull the veins of the ears. and then take the fingers and you put them into the ear, but not into the ear canal, but rather, and I forget the name of it, but it's not the ear canal, it's the little valley above the ear canal. And you rotate them. Now, something Master Feng would do all the time, and I swear he just did it to make us laugh, but he would do this. Again, it doesn't go into the ear canal because that kind of pressure could potentially hurt your ear canal. But in the little valley above, and he would go like this. I don't know if that actually does anything, but it always made me laugh, right? and then again, rubbing on each side of the ear. And then third time. And up right onto the eyebrows, maybe just above the eyebrows, and out to the temples, down onto the cheekbones, around the lips, on either side of the chin, and out to the jaws. And then the back of the neck and the head. And the face. Now, depending on what you want to do, this is also a good place to do a stretch upward. All right. So just put the fingers together and stretch backward and up. Good. All right. And then on either side of the ears. Yeah, good. All right. So usually, like if you look at Master Feng's monograph on this routine, he places this at the end of the routine, and I can understand that. But I love this little sequence. It's really good for helping me wake up and kind of clear the cobwebs out of my head and kind of get with the program. So I actually like to do it at the beginning of a series. However, this takes about 10 minutes to do, so it's a big chunk of time. If you've only got 40 minutes, you've already used up 25% of your routine time to do this. So you just have to decide what you want to do. Normally on Sunday mornings, I do this because I think it's just really good to wake up and kind of begin the series. Depending on how you want to arrange things, you can start with this series here. All right, and you notice that that's not even in Master Feng's, right? So this is something that kind of is getting added in from somewhere else. But it's a nice little series. It takes about 7 minutes to do, and it's a nice little thing to start with, just to start to wake up a little bit. Then you do the head massage. By the time you're done with that, you're a lot more present, a lot more available for the real Qigong series. However, you've also used up about 20 minutes of your time. So you just have to make a decision what you want to do, if you want to do that or not want to do that. If you have a full hour, full 60 minutes to do this, it's probably not a problem. But about a third of your time is going to be spent on those two introductory routines. Or you could just pick one or the other, or you could not do either one of them. You could just go straight into the HUNYUAN Qigong, and then maybe you could do the head massage at the very last thing. There's no sacred sequence of these things. You can do them any way you want to. Now, the HUNYUAN Qigong itself, I say there's no sacred sequence, and there isn't. When I would do this with Master Feng or Master Zhang, they would do it differently every time. So I think part of what you do is you do experiment a little bit. You try different sequences and see what you like, what works for you. Because what works for me may not work for Genevieve, and what works for Genevieve may not work for Catherine. You can do it any way you want. And if you're leading, you're going to have to pick some sequence to do. So pick your own sequence. Pick the sequence that works for you and go with it. So I've divided this up. I think you all got this sheet, correct? You all got a copy of this. Good. All right. I'm the one who divided this up into the categories. So cleansing, charging, mixing, gathering, circulating, and the health massage. But in fact, those, I know from long experience, that's what they talk about when they talk about these. That sequence makes a lot of sense. It doesn't make much sense to circulate your qi before you've gathered your qi. So it makes sense to start with the cleansing, number one, just to clean everything out and kind of get the ball rolling. Charging is kind of plugging your phone in and getting it ready to work. Mixing, I don't, in fact, usually do mixing right then. I usually do mixing way down, right before the health massage. So that's a choice I'm making. But Master Feng mentions mixing right there. Which there's no reason you can't do it twice, for that matter. Gathering is, bringing qi in from the cosmos, from heaven and earth. Circulating is what most people think of when they think of Qigong. They think of the circulation exercises. But you should always do the other exercises first so that you've got some qi, well-mixed qi to circulate. Right? And then finally the health massage and the closing sequences. So that sequence is, it's not that it's sacred or anything, but it just makes some sense to do it that way. The gathering and the circulating exercises, I've got 8 of them listed here. You're not going to have time to do all 8 of them. So you're going to have to pick and choose. Maybe 2 of the gathering exercises, or you could even do 3 of the gathering exercises. But if you do 3, you're probably going to have to cut down on the circulation exercises. So personally, I might pick 2 gathering exercises and 2 or 3 of the circulating exercises. So you're not going to have time for all of them, particularly if you do the facial massage that we just did. Catherine, you got a question?
Yeah, I have a question, but it's more like a technical question. I have charging, and underneath I have gathered chi to the 3 dimensions, and then under gathering I have collecting yang from heaven, yin from earth, collect chi to the and circular extension and contraction. And suddenly I'm confused.
Yeah, the names in English become very, very similar. So gathering the first one under charging, gathering chi to the 3 dantians. Charging is again like charging your phone. So if you think of having 3 phones in your body, the upper dantian, the middle dantian, which is the dantian proper, at least in our form of Tai Chi, and the lower dantian at the base of the spine. And you're charging each of those. Now, no, that is not that. It's gathering, relaxing, gathering, relaxing, right? And then the middle one, gathering and relaxing. And the lower one, gathering and relaxing. Right? Now, so that's that one. I was going to, this is a good place to say, I was thinking about what we were talking about yesterday. And I think what we should do for the next couple of days is ask questions like Catherine just asked. So just technical questions about the whole sequence or about one particular move, and just take enough time to clarify these issues. Catherine, I agree, it is a little confusing. The names are so close to each other in English.
Okay, so gathered chi, I understand now. And what is the difference between collecting yang from heaven, yin from earth, and collect chi to the and circular extension and contraction? So I don't know.
Collecting yang chi from heaven, yin chi from earth is this one.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So I want to differentiate. The difference between the first one I just demonstrated and this one is not just that it's a different physical move, it's a different mental move. The first one, when you're for instance charging the upper dantian, all right? The chi comes into the upper dantian. You're supposed to just flood your brain with that chi, right? It's not just bring it into there, but you're actually feeding the organs, all right? So you're feeding the dantian. Now, some of that is going to sink down from here to the dantian. So it's kind of lighting up this whole thing here. But most of it, in fact, stays right up in the upper dantian, and then it stays in the middle dantian, and then it stays in the lower dantian. This is the only exercise that's like that. In every other exercise, wherever you bring the chi into your body, it ends up going to your central dantian. But not this exercise. This exercise, imagine you've got a Christmas tree and you've got a bunch of lights that go up and down the tree. You're lighting up the top light, you're lighting up the middle light, you're lighting up the bottom light. All right, so it's more or less staying right where you bring it in. And that's the only exercise in the whole series where you do that. When you do the second one, collecting yang from heaven, yin from earth, when you collect yang from heaven, you bring it down through the third eye, the crown chakra and the third eye, all right? But you don't leave it there. You bring it down to the dantian. When you gather yin qi from earth, you bring it up through the lower dantian, but you don't leave it there. You bring it up and then roll it forward into the central dantian. So that's completely different from the first one, the first exercise. All right. And the other one you were asking about is I think the three dantians open and close, number 7.
No, no. First of all, collect chi to the three dantians. That's I'm mixing all of them right now.
Oh, collect chi to the three dantians is this one, and maybe the real answer to your question is we need to make up some new names that differentiate these a little more clearly in English. They are more clear in Chinese, and they're also very traditional in Chinese, so they all know what they mean. But the translations into English are so-so. I was just using the translations that Master Feng used in his book. But, all right, upper dantian and then sink to the middle dantian. Upper dantian, sink to the middle dantian. And then middle dantian, and then yin shi, bring, yin shi, boom. That's that one.
Okay.
And again, this one works just like the one I talked about. Yes, you are bringing the qi in through the upper dantian, but you're going to lower it to the dantian proper, the middle dantian, right below the navel. Yes, you're going to, and that's yang qi from heaven. Yes, you're going to gather yin qi from earth, and you're going to bring it up through the perineum, up through the root chakra. But then you bring it up the tailbone and the spine and roll it forward into the dantian. So these gathering exercises are different from the charging exercise, the very first one we did, because they all end up at the dantian.
And the number 6, circular extension and contraction.
Circular extension and contraction. We've been doing, there's 2 varieties of this. We've been doing one for a long time, you'll recognize it, that my teacher, Master Zhang, really liked. However, Master Feng doesn't do that one. I mean, he does do it occasionally, but he does another one that's more his favorite. This is the first one that we did all the time.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And so forth. The second one is a variety of that, but it's less complex and it's actually a little more athletic. So Master Feng liked this one a lot, and he was very very intense with it, right? I'm going to do it at a little bit of an angle so you can see what I'm doing. So he would step out. So he's gathering it. It's you know, imagine you're out there in nature, right? And you're just gathering all the chi from nature, and you're just breathing it into the central um, dantian. All right, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So when you are inhaling, you're going to very lightly contract the whole abdomen from the thoracic level to the pelvic diaphragm here, right? All of this, these are going to close, and that means what it means is you're contracting. It's very light. It's not like you contract your muscles. It's more like almost something you do in your mind. So it's very light. Inhale, contract. Now, relax as you exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And when you inhale, you contract here, but you come up into here. And it's because you're contracting here that you can come up here. Then as you exhale, you drop from here back down to here. And it just relaxes. Everything relaxes. Inhale, Tanzhong. Exhale, relax, 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 all the way down to the Dantian and the Mingmen and back. All right. All right, so you can go both directions. All right. All right, or I shouldn't say or, I should say and. You should go both directions when you do that. Other questions? Catherine, did that get it? What you were questioning?
Yeah. Thank you.
Genevieve, any questions or comments?
I think just a comment. I think I had equated charging and gathering also, so that would be helpful to hear more about why they're not the same.
You know what a Venn diagram is, right? VENN, right? So you've got these circles, and sometimes the circles kind of overlap. And so it's well, yeah, it's this, it's A, and this is B, but there's a lot of area that kind of overlaps in between, and that's actually what's happening here. It's not purely one thing and purely another, but the edges are softer, right? Is it clear now what the difference is? Good.
I think the phone analogy helped me.
Good. Yeah, that's a new analogy. Annie Margaret, any comments? Annie Margaret's watching us. Okay, so any other questions? Any other comments?
Well, I'm sure that I will have more once we have we will be practicing, but
Yeah.
um,
Maybe tomorrow and Friday, we can just sort of, I'll lead you through this, and we can do the whole thing. We're going to do half of it on Thursday and half of it on Friday, and as we go through them, questions will probably come up, so you can ask them then.
okay.
I really like this series, guys. In a lot of ways, this seems very simple.
No,
Um,
it's not.
but my experience with it, after doing this for 30 years, I love it just as much as I did at the beginning, maybe even more. This is a, how can I say, this is a medicinal series. This is meant to help people with their health. Master Feng used to teach this in a couple of the hospitals in Beijing, and my understanding is they still do it there. Okay, all right. We'll pick it up tomorrow then, all right, and see if there's any more questions. All right,
Okay.
guys, have yourselves a great day. Ciao. See you tomorrow.
Ciao, everybody.